And for what it's worth, and it may not be much, I forgive you,
'Cause you forgive me for what?
James.
Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz with Lee Bailey's EURWeb.com Spotlight. I'm sitting down with the elegant Lynn Whitfield. Oh, yeah, you know her from Greenleaf and so much more. And I'm going to tell you, this combo is scandalous. Come hang out. Yo, it's Jazzy Jazz with Lee Bailey's EURWeb.com Spotlight. And I am in the presence of greatness right now. I am talking about the elegant, beautiful, sexy, talented, iconic actor, Lynn Whitfield. We loved you as definitely Lady May in Greenleaf. But back in the day, Josephine Baker, you brought that cinematic magic to life. Thank you for joining me on Spotlight. I'm so honored and excited.
Thank you for having me. I mean, who could resist a spotlight, darling?
And you've been in the spotlight for many years, and now Uncensored on TV1 is doing a special on you. So this is exciting. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, it is exciting. It is. Well, I don't know. I guess people might find it exciting when I sit and talk about myself for, hours and hours. You don't really know if it'll be exciting or interesting. So let's hope it's good.
I know it's going to be good. I already know. So, first question though, since it's unfiltered and uncensored, what's the most surprising thing we're going to learn about you?
I don't know. I don't know because you don't know what they keep. I
That's
think that
true.
I've been talking to people and they keep asking me, people who viewed it, like, you mean you didn't know you were a sex symbol? Because that's what I I had no idea.
OMG, how could you not know? I know so many brothers crushing on you, like not back then, but right now.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. At the peak of it, I still didn't know because I was just, I thought that, this business was a meritocracy. Like, you get everything you get by merit, by being excellent, by being,
Right,
and
right.
I never, I had no idea. And so one day I was sitting talking to this man and I said, well, sex symbols like this, that, and the other. He said, but you are a sex symbol, you don't know that? I'm like, what are you talking about? It was
Aww.
like really stupid.
But I
It
don't. I
was so
love the
silly. It was like
humility.
really like because when I think sex symbol, I think Marilyn Monroe and Raquel Welch and you
Lynn
know,
Whitfield.
I but girl, if I had known, no, I think I would have worked it so hard if I had the courage, you know what I mean, to just like really go for it. So yeah, so that was like, it's really funny that
That
people
is so
have thought
cute.
that of.
That actually is surprising. That is surprising. Okay, so what was the most scandalous thing you told him about?
Um, I don't think I don't know. You gotta watch. I don't think I said anything scandalous. Uh, but I don't know if there's a lot of scandal. I think if I had more scandal, I need more scandal. I mean, they made a TV show about it.
Well, it's not too
I
late.
need it to be more scandalous because that creates like newspaper covers and
Yes, it
stuff.
does.
And so it's like so separate from the work. I focus on the work so much, like doing that. But girl, I needed to be scandalous. I
So
don't
what would
know.
be your if you could create a scandal
Why
for
don't I be
yourself?
scandal now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not too late. What would be your favorite scandal right now?
I don't know, to really find somebody, really not find somebody, but that we found each other, somebody really hot, really younger and energetic and
Yes.
fly and all that. I think that people would be like, "What, Miss Whitfield?"
Yes.
Yes, but I think that I think that that's what my if I were to be it like just be out there dating, I think I just want energetic and something different than somebody who's, and I think younger would be fun because that gives
Definitely.
energy and and something really passionate. I would like that. That would be really nice and scandalous. I could get a lot of ink on that one, I think.
Okay, all you brothers out there, you can slide in her DM. She says she's open.
Well, no, I'm open for
But it got to be
their
special.
criteria, but of course, I think that would be like a fun kind of scandal. That would
Yeah.
be
Like,
fun,
maybe if we hooked you up with Travis Scott or something. No?
Sure, but
Kodak
I
Black?
don't know. I gotta think. I'd have to think on who, or
Okay.
it should surprise me and surprise them. But I think that would be fun.
I love
Scandals
it.
of like, things of betrayal and all that, and married people, I'm not into it. I think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
women need to honor women, and no matter what the guys do, the women should do the honor
Yes.
of each
Yes.
other. You know what I'm saying?
I am so
So
about
that
that.
kind of scandal, I wouldn't be interested in. And then it would be nice a scandal of like some really a really great romantic film and some really, really spicy sex scenes. That would be fun.
That would be really cute. And you could rock it. You could rock it. Not everybody has a passionate love affair in your life, but I think you did with the director of Josephine Baker, right?
Yeah,
Tell
God.
us about that romance.
Well, it was really funny because we fell in love during the preparation for Josephine and the filming. Now, the thing about me falling in love with him and him falling in love with me, it was like I just could not really consummate that while I was shooting because that would, why do women get silly when they have sex sometimes, I think we get I think when
We
I say
get
silly,
digmatized.
yeah, but I think that it's not when I say silly, I don't mean silly, but we get vulnerable.
Yes,
And
we
then we
do.
can get, we can sometimes get needy, right? So it's like, oh my God, even though everything is modern these days, and some of our sisters are like hardcore, like a dude, they can just say, okay, I hit it and quit it, I'm cool. But the majority of women I know, they open themselves up sexually and take in that energy and give that energy, including myself. And then all of a sudden, the the thing becomes different.
Yeah,
It's like
we always catch feelings. We do.
yeah, catching feelings. That's right. And
Yeah.
so I was being hardcore on, I knew what an opportunity Josephine was. And so I could not have sex with him and focus on my work and exercise my power as this person channeling Josephine. So we waited until after the film,
Oh.
and that's why I think we went straight to London and got married. It was a
I know that must have been crazy sexual tension. And then you got pregnant, but you were saying you were not really down with having a baby, who of course you love
no,
now, but
no. I love her very much. It was like, he was a chanter, and so he's like chanting and doing all this stuff, and he gets up from that bar. And I'm a Christian, so that was kind of foreign to me. But so he gets up from this chanting and he says, I just saw this little spirit that wants to come in and we should let it. He didn't say boy, girl, nothing. I'm like, are you crazy? I have just
wow.
done the role of a lifetime that every actress, singer, female animal wanted to play Josephine Baker. There was nobody who did. And I got the shot, and absolutely not. This is crazy. I will no, you're ridiculous. And lo and behold, he was right. So it was this whirlwind. You asked about the affair. It was like a whirlwind because we we created such a partnership in bringing Josephine Baker to life, you know. And so, and the nature of an actress director, like he's to protect my performance and I'm to manifest his vision and mine. And the way it was just the most incredible discourse, intercourse of creativity. And we thought it would translate to marriage. But see, when a director says action, you talk. And then he says cut it, you shut up. That's not ever going to work in a real marriage. You know what I mean? You know, the director protects everything about his artists. And
So he wanted to keep being the director in the marriage, and you were like, no, sorry.
well, no, I think we just didn't think about it. And then as we made this exploration and took this like journey, it was like, oh, this doesn't feel like when we were making the movie. But then I had this like absolutely gorgeous, talented daughter, my muse, my, you know, we are really cool together. We get on each other's nerves so bad because we have now been through the pandemic and all kinds of things together, quarantine together and all that. But I mean, you know, she is the best of both of us.
Oh,
And
that's wonderful. That's
I encourage her to let go of the worst of both of us and pay no attention to that. Yeah.
well, that's amazing. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That would make a great film. That would make a really, really dope film.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna make it because I can't play me. I'm too old now.
Oh, but you know, you look like you're in your 30s. Now, is it hard for you?
Oh,
Is it hard for
really?
you to date though? Like, just partially because you're an icon. People think you're Lady May, but you are so
Well,
sexy
you
and
know,
gorgeous. Do you find it
we
challenging?
fluctuate between they think I'm Lady May, they think I'm Brandy Webb, they fantasize I'm still Josephine, they looking under my skirt for the banana skirt. You know, and I think one of the good things about doing something like Uncensored is that people get to see like you know, they get to see a little piece of you. I don't think anybody would think I'm kind of as goofy and silly as I can be and kind of fun loving sometimes and retrospective and really think of myself as a work in progress. So
That's
it's
dope.
good because people make decisions about who you are by who you play. But
Mm-hmm.
being I never wanted my profession to define me. I wanted to define my profession, but it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
People just think I can't tell you the number of dinners that I've had, or maybe a date like through the decades, right? Particularly after Thin Line. And I'll be in the middle of like a fork full of food, and they'll be like, so tell me, you know, how did you pull off Brandy Webb? That was that anything in you that had, I mean, it was so believable. And I'm
Right.
watching these men
Right.
talk themselves into absolute fear.
Right. They're petrified.
They're talking themselves into fear and kind of like, but you know, you're cool now, but how could you pull that out if it wasn't
Right.
already
If it's not
in you?
there.
And when they start that, I'm like, oh God, okay, well, now I have to sit here and try to convince somebody that I'm really a nice person.
Right. Oh, that's crazy.
So like, why didn't you check that out before we went out?
Right.
Like you're gonna have that question, but don't let them like catch a little like crushy thing and start to feel vulnerable. Then it's really, or the first argument, or I lose my temper. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's that thing, right? Next is so it's like, okay, you can't win for losing. But I think when you approach acting and characters like, really, I'm going to let this course through me. What I want to do is kind of, my job is to reveal
Right.
what it really feels like. For man or woman, betrayal and disappointment can bring out the worst in people if you allow it, if you give that disappointment, that person, that much importance.
Energy. Now, I could tell. I mean, you just rock such a positive vibe and so much positive energy. I love it.
You
I love
see?
it. I'm so
What
honored
do
to
you
actually.
know? I'm on screen, and we all go through it. And so again, why something like Uncensored, or kind of help people to share a common ground with you, because we all go through things.
Right. And this pulls back the curtain. You get to see the real Lynn Whitfield.
Well, a little bit. Listen, I'm not gonna, come
Not
on.
everything. So,
Oh,
I got two last questions because I know you don't have a lot of time. If you would, because you are a woman of a certain age, but you look like you're in your 30s, you're sexy, you're elegant. Any beauty secrets you can share with us girls?
well, you know what? From a very early age in Los Angeles, I started going to the Korean spas.
Mm,
But what I learned from them, because that is a way of life for them, right? And from a gentleman named Edgar Morris, who had a skincare line back in the day, it's not as much about treating the top layers of skin, which are already dead, right?
mm-hmm.
It's the exfoliation. And then
Ah.
and then any products can penetrate. So all over my body, I exfoliate, and it keeps
I'm gonna
every.
get some exfoliation in the house
Yeah,
now.
so you get the Korean, you have to order them online from
Mhm.
Amazon, but it's the Korean scrub rags, and I use black soap, right? So you lather up, you take all that off, and that loosens that skin, and then and you'd be surprised at what comes off of you that you
Ooh,
don't
I'm gonna
need anymore,
try that.
that's already dead. So then when you
Yeah.
treat the new skin, and I try to use as many oils as I can, that really work. Like right now I'm just really loving turmeric oil.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's really, really healing. And chamomile oil I used last night, and turmeric.
Because you
And
are glowing, mama.
so I do that, and I get, doing that on the outside. And I guess we have to also kind of exfoliate our psyches in a way,
Yeah, you can't have negative
our
fear.
what we carry, like get
Yeah.
rid of all the kind of top layer dead stuff that becomes a casing to hold our minds and harden our hearts sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
so just keep exfoliating. And it's so hard. I have things that happened to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that I still have to work on sometimes, because we get triggers.
Yeah.
Something will trigger us back into. And so that's really important to how I look outside, that I'm really try to keep myself a little bit clean inside, my psyche, not keep that youthful thing going, and
Yeah, that is
excitement
so
about
important.
stuff, the creative spirit of things, to still be excited about things. In fact, right now, I'm in a phase where I need to be excited about something.
Yeah.
And so it says to me now, as my daughter tortures me with, I probably need to create the thing myself that I want to be excited about.
Wow, but that is so true. That is just so you are speaking real talk right now. As they say, facts, facts. So,
Yeah.
what do you feel about plastic surgery? Do you use it? Are you with it? You against it?
No. Well, no, it's not. First of all,
'Cause wait, I just got to say, I'm looking for Jane Fonda's doctor. Real talk.
I mean, she's incredible, but she also accompanies it with it has to be a healthy diet because her body is just it's just so lean and everything. So for me, it's the cutting things and then not knowing if it cuts through a nerve, like so much
Mm.
comes through your face and all of that. But I have a feeling that if it gets to the point, I mean, I'm kind of like,
You're good right now.
well, they have that test, like you check the elasticity in your skin. If it starts to really look unattractive to me, maybe I'll lose all of my queasiness and do whatever I have to.
We'll
But
call up Jane Fonda's doctor for real.
say,
Because my
Jane,
girl is in her 80s and
girl, please, can you tell us? And then I think, some women are so wise when they start young to make the corrections.
yeah.
So that by the time they decide not to stop, that just sort of loosens up a little bit and starts to look human. Uh, uh, but I don't know. I haven't had like a lot of plastic surgery things and nothing here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you look absolutely beautiful. Congratulations on Uncensored and on
I think I
finding.
was more uncensored on here than I was on that TV show, girlfriend.
Oh, for real? Everybody, you heard it first.
I just thought, I said, well, I haven't had any surgery here. I'm like, Lynn, that's too much information right there, David.
Well, and I really hope you find that thing that excites you and brings you that joy. I think
Yeah,
we're
I
all
want to
looking
be
for that.
excited. I've been really loving designing. I started like designing stuff and I love big skirts and skimpy blouses. I think it's really sexy. And
Yes.
skirts are like, you can just spread out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't
and
have to
you would rock. Oh,
worry. You
you
can
can
just,
rock that.
yeah. So I've been doing that and designing things. And so I think that's a dream. That's a goal too.
Okay, Lynn Whitfield Designs. I love it. Well, congratulations on everything. You are truly
Thank
such an
you.
icon, and I am a big fan. Thank you so much for joining us on Spotlight.
Thank you for having me and spotlighting me, dear.
Of course. You have spotlighted us with your presence.
Aw. Well, I look forward to like seeing you in person. I feel like we'd have a fun cocktail
We
together.
would have so much fun. We really would. All right. Now, fam, don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you these conversations. Let's go, let's go.